Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at the setup for my budget for the month of December. December can be one of those tricky months to budget for, as we're going to be hit with a lot of unusual spending, particularly in the gifts and miscellaneous category, because obviously we're buying Christmas presents. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not the type of person that goes completely gung-ho for Christmas presents. I typically really only buy for my wife, siblings, and my family. But this year, for typically what I'm used to, I do have a pretty high spending category that I'm going to be sharing with you guys both in this video and in the next Budget With Me video for the month of December. So if you'd like to be on top of the updates this month for the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Before I move the screen over to the budget spreadsheet that I use Google Sheets for, I just want to go over briefly what is going to be contained in this video. The first thing, as always, is we are going to be looking at my income column of what my planned income is for the month. That's relatively difficult for me to decide because I get paid on a commission basis, so I kind of have to average things out to see what they're going to be. And after we're done looking at my income, both for my regular job and my side hustle, we are then going to flip over and look at the, I call it my pay myself category, which is looking at my student debt safe payments along with my sinking funds and my Roth IRA. After we're done with that, we're going to flip down and look at the expense column, which I know is the typical part that most people think of when it comes to budgeting, is expense tracking. I don't so much expense track on this channel as much as give a overview of what each expense category looks like and sharing with you guys how it's going with paying off the monthly bills and any other unexpected expense that comes up, particularly in the month of December. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at my budget spreadsheet and start punching in some real numbers. All right, so the first thing you guys can see pulled up on the screen right now is the income portion of the budget spreadsheet. I like to start with income because for me it's just easier to categorize budgeting when I look at income first. So I typically get paid bi-weekly, meaning every other week, and along with that I do have a side hustle income where I get paid once a month for. And how it works is I get my regular paychecks, which are usually, as you guys can see, I plan for around $2,100 each paycheck. However, like I said earlier, I'm paid on a commission basis. And if you guys remember, in my last Budget With Me video, I shared with you how I was actually paid less than my planned income. I think it was somewhere around $1,900 or $2,000, somewhere around there. So needless to say, there is a chance that my income could be less than what I planned for, and there's also a chance that it could be more than what I planned for. I do have some pretty good runs, consistent paychecks where they're actually more than what I planned for. So that's good news. As of right now, at the time of filming, I have not officially been paid for December. I have not received a single paycheck from my regular job and my side hustle income. If you guys are wondering what I do for work, I'm an occupational therapist and I work in home care. And I work with older adults who have had, either a stroke or they've gone to the hospital and they're sick and they come home and they need to be able to return to their daily living activities of getting themselves around the home and being safe, preventing falls, those type of things. I also am an occupational therapist and I work with preschool age kids in either the school district or at their homes like I do with the older adults. So that's my side hustle income. So when you guys see paycheck 1 and 2, that's where I work with older adults. And the paycheck for the side hustle, that's where I work with preschool age kids through our local Department of Social Services. And also, needless to say again, both jobs are paid on a commission basis. So how busy I am throughout the week and throughout the month very much dictates what numbers I punch in here. This month also, I don't anticipate getting any miscellaneous income unless, of course, I get some type of Christmas present where there is money involved, or I can even put, if I get a gift card, I can put it into this category here. But for right now, we're actually going to be leaving this column completely blank because I have no numbers to punch in yet. I have not been paid for December for both side hustle and my regular job. So we're going to leave it empty and scoot on down to the pay yourself first blue column you guys see here. Now, just briefly, the save payments, this first category, this of course is my government student loans, like savings fund that I've made myself. I have a high interest savings account that I've been saving payments each month since April of this past year. I've been able to save $3,000. And of course, you guys can see that's now at a total of $24,000 saved up in this account, which I'm pretty proud of. But this month, because I haven't been paid yet, I haven't contributed anything towards this save payments account. So nothing to put in there. And the Roth IRA, I typically contribute around $100 each month towards that. I got some comments where people were mentioning you could probably contribute more towards your Roth IRA, and it's wise to do so. My plan for the coming new year is to bump up my Roth IRA contributions maybe to $200 a month instead of $100. I know that won't exactly hit me at the max contribution limit that you can do, which I think right now is $6,000. But I do have a 401k, which is also helping me with retirement, which I'm not at retirement yet, but I always like to have that kind of as a goal and on the scope of my horizon. Moving on to the other three categories we see in the pay yourself first column: vacation, Christmas, and family. And right now, the only one that still has any money left over in it is the vacation fund, which I am still trying to save up for because come March, my family is going on another vacation to Florida for my brother's baseball tournament. So I like to have some money saved up for that so that, when it comes to budgeting for that month, I already have money set aside and I don't have to pull from my regular paycheck or budget to do so. And then we have Christmas and family. I mentioned in my last Budget With Me video that the Christmas amount that was here, which I think was like $200 or $250, I pulled from the Ally Savings Bank to help cover bills that I put on my credit card because I get cash back when I do that. So I pulled both Christmas and the family funds to do that because the family fund was more of a miscellaneous fund anyway in the pay yourself first sinking fund category. So I pulled from both of those, and that's very much help with paying off some of the Christmas presents I've already purchased. All in all, if I'm able to fully fund this pay yourself first category, that means I will be able to contribute towards my Ally Savings Bank fund for each of these categories, except the Roth IRA, of course, $3,250. I've been able to do that pretty much every month or so for the last few months, although last month in November, because I did do most of my Christmas shopping then, I did not contribute towards the vacation, Christmas, or family funds. In fact, I actually pulled from two of those. So that's the story so far with paying myself first for the month of December. Next, we're going to be moving on down to the expense column, which for me is the meat and potatoes of budgeting because, at least in my situation, I have three sources of income each month. Well, two, but three different paychecks each month typically. And with that, it's easier to see how much I'm getting paid. But where things can really run away with the budget is the expenses, how much money I'm using to purchase groceries and gas and electric and gas for my vehicle and just miscellaneous stuff throughout the month. That's the stuff where I have to be really aware and have a keen eye out to make sure I'm not going overboard with certain categories. All right, so first things first with the expense column, things look slightly different. I've added a new row here. I didn't give it an emoji yet, which I know some of you are going to be very disappointed in because I like to put emojis for each of these different categories. But I put a line item in here for Christmas gifts. I have not done a full total calculation of how much I've spent on Christmas so far, but I will say this, I am one present away from being totally done with Christmas shopping, which is a very nice feeling to have coming into December 5th now. That's the time of filming this video. It's actually a Monday when I'm filming it. So it's a nice feeling to have. It relieves a lot of stress because I don't need to go into December going, oh, I really hope that thing comes in time. So one more gift to get and then I'm done with everything. So that is good. But I left question marks here in the column because I don't know how much. I really didn't plan for how much I was going to spend, I just pulled from my sinking funds and used whatever was left over in the budget to help contribute towards paying for Christmas gifts. Like I said, I don't go overboard with buying for Christmas. I tend to look at deals and make sure that I'm not buying something that is never going to be used for the person, because I like to get stuff that they will find meaningful and they will find useful. So Christmas gifts, we have question marks for planned, actual, and the difference, because I don't know what we're going to put in there, but hopefully by the time of the next Budget With Me video for December, we will have the actual amount here. My guess, I'm going to make a guess, and then we're going to see how far I'm off. My guess is that it's probably close to $1,000, maybe. It might be a little bit less than $1,000. That's my guess. We'll see how close I am. So future self, get ready to see if I'm even close or dead on or way off. All right. Moving on from there to paying myself, this category is going to stay at 0 because I haven't paid myself at all this month because I haven't been paid myself. Clever. Anyway, moving on from there to mortgage. Mortgage is a staple expense I always have to pay, and it remains at $1,059, which is a pretty decent price for a mortgage on a house these days. That's because I got my house during COVID. So it was at a nice, I think, 3% interest rate. Groceries this month, we have not done a grocery order yet. Last month, you guys remember, I went way overboard with groceries because with the grocery category, I also add into it any dates that my wife and I go on. So it's like groceries, dates. If I go to Dollar General, if I splurge at Dollar General and buy a protein bar or some type of snack there, that gets included in the groceries. So it's not just the typical Aldi's run, it's any type of food product we buy throughout the month. Also including any type of like fitness food like whey protein or pre-workout or stuff like that. My wife and I both go to the gym, and so sometimes we do have to buy groceries for the gym like protein. Anyway, this month we have not bought anything for groceries. It's only the 5th day of the month, so go easy on me, guys. It's only the 5th day. We don't have any data to put in here yet, but I just wanted to get the expenses set up. Water, this month I believe there is going to be a water bill due, but it has not been sent to me yet, either by mail or by email. They usually do it towards like the end of the month. However, recently I put it on auto pay, which is nice because it's convenient. I don't have to think about it. But the bad side is that I don't even get to see how much my bill is until after it's paid. So, because I don't really log into my local department's like a water board to figure out how much it is. I guess I could do that, but every time I go in the check there, it says 0. And then it says, thank you for your payment. I don't know. It's no big deal. It's usually right around $50. Gas, I did buy gas already I bought gas today. I did buy gas so far this month, and I want to say I put like, oh shoot, I should have remembered. Then I want to pull it up on the app. I'm gonna say, because it was a full tank, I'm gonna say it was like $48. No, it was less than that. I'll say it was like $46. I don't have that big of a tank. So far for the month of December, $46 has gone towards gas. I leave a buffer of about $250. Thankfully, gas prices are starting to slowly come down. I was, I guess, around the Syracuse area the other day, and I saw gas prices that were $2.80. I think it was with like a member card, but it was like $2.80 or $2.91 if for just regular non-member. And that's really cool to see. Also, just another quick shout out because I know some of my viewers have used this. I have friends who use this. The Upside app, if you download that, and I'll include a link down in the description, that app will give you some cents off per gallon of gas you purchase at a verified gas station. It does have to be a gas station that works with the app. So if you live in a bigger area, which I don't, you can get way better deals and way more deals than I do. But I really love using the app. And I think if you sign up and you use my referral code, you get like an extra 15 cents off per gallon your first fill up or something like that. So go ahead and use the link down in the description below. And just know I do get a little kickback from that. Basically, it gives me, I think, 15 cents off per gallon when I go to the gas station or something like that. So thank you guys for those who have used it. And if you used it, be sure to leave a comment down below of how it's benefited your budget. Moving on down to phone, and I'm just going to kind of go quick through these remaining budget items because they're all the same. Phones, they're around $70, $49.99 for Spectrum Internet. Let me make sure that's correct. Amazon Prime is like $16. Car insurance stays at a staple of $112. And gym membership, good old Planet Fitness, is $10. I actually, only $10 comes out for my own gym membership. My wife's membership gets billed to her bank. So that's why I don't have hers in here. And she gets like the black card, so hers is a little bit more expensive. I just get the what's it, like the normie price, you know, the cheap one. But that's going to be wrapping up my December budget, and so far things look pretty decent. Nothing is really out of the norm, but just wait till those Christmas prices actually hit this expense column. I'm kind of worried to see what it's going to do, but at the same time I'm not, because I have to remember that I had a sinking fund designated towards this, so it's not going to be like a complete bloodbath when it comes to spending for Christmas. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys coming back week in and week out to like these videos, to watch them. To me, sometimes I feel like I'm creating boring content for people, but then I see people who come in and say how it's an inspiration to them to see how someone sets up a budget or to see someone pay off large amounts of student loan debt, which, remember, that's my goal, to get rid of my student loan debt and get to a place where I have a high net worth, hopefully one day of over $1 million, and be able to maybe even retire early. So that's my goal, and I make these videos on this channel to show you guys that it's possible just for someone who's a regular average Joe. That's not my name. My name's not Joe. It's Michael. But someone who doesn't have some high CEO paying job to be able to keep track of their finances and manage their household well. And I hope I can be an inspiration to somebody out there. Anyway, take care, and if you would like to see more videos about me budgeting and staying on target or off target with my budget, be sure to check this video out here.